It's extremely dangerous. Making ultimatums to Russia that are first unenforceable, but are provocations and escalations. It's not going to end the war, but it could escalate the war.
Jeffrey has become an apostle of appeasement. Let's tell the people of Ukraine, give up on the Budapest memorandum. We're not going to help you protect your borders. We're just going to turn back on 30 years and give up on international agreements. It's a recipe for further chaos. Jeffrey should know better.
You really think that Ukraine, sir, can drive the Russian army out? By what magic wish is this supposed to take place?
You know, Scott, I've been around the military for a long, long time, and I know that they know what the stakes are in this, they know what the risks are, and they're not about to give up.
President Trump has run out of patience with Vladimir Putin. That much is clear. A 50-day deadline for the Russian dictator to end the war in Ukraine has now been cut to little more than a week. The penalty will be severe tariffs, which the US says will hammer the Russian economy. The problem is that years of sanctions were supposed to do the same thing, and they haven't. Russia's economy is actually growing because of its extraordinary spending on weapons and because oil, once bound for Europe, is selling freely in China and India. That's why former President Medvedev, a close ally of Putin, says that every deadline is a step closer to a far more dangerous situation. Each new ultimatum, he wrote, is a threat and a step towards war, not between Russia and Ukraine, but with Trump's own country. So who's going to blink first, Trump or Putin? And what happens if neither of them do, or if they both go to war? I have an expert panel and General Wes Clark standing by, but we'll begin by digging down on the tariffs and sanctions question with economist and Professor Jeffrey Sachs. Professor Sachs, great to have you back on Uncensored. I know the line isn't great
to be with you.
So let me just ask you, just straightforwardly, if Trump in a few days launches a massive tariff war against Russia, will it have more impact on the Russian economy than the sanctions strategy, which doesn't appear to have worked?
I don't think so. I think that Trump's threats are basically unenforceable. Russia is exporting its energy to Asian countries, especially to China and India.